graduates, you may be seated. No, not yet. Stand back up.
Wait till I stop the music.
Okay, graduates, for real this time, you may be seated. Good morning, graduates, parents, board members, teachers, and other guests, and welcome to the Mound Academy 2015 graduation. We did it, y'all. We really did it. My time spent at Mound Street was different from all the other schools that I attended. When I first started at Mound Street, I was loud, rude, I had no respect for others, and I just came to school to chill and make friends. Instead of telling me what to do and what not to do, the staff at Mound Street let me fall and realize that all friends are really not my friends. Mound Street didn't just kick me out of school, nor did they just give up on me. Eventually, I began to see that they really do care, and they didn't just throw the towel in on me. But they walked with me, and they showed me that I don't have to be so loud to be seen or heard, and that if I wanted to be something in life, I have to come to school and learn something. The teachers at Mound Street allowed me to be me, but they also helped me grow into the woman that I am today. There were so many times that I wanted to give up because of the OGTs and because Algebra 2, Miss Ray. Algebra 2 got the best of me. But they didn't let me give up, and they wouldn't allow me to. So today, I am happy to be a part of a school that really cares about the success in my life. And I feel that without Mound Street as a school, faculty, and all the teachers that helped me grow, that I would not be here today in this cap and gown. And for that, I would like to say thank you. So to Mr. Grimsley, Mr. Cothran, Ms. Ray, Ms. Taji, I would really like to say thank you, because all four of y'all really went the extra mile when I really needed help the most in my life. So I would take everything that I've learned with me in this big world and continue to learn and grow. So I want to say thank you so much to everybody at Mound Street, because I know I was not the easiest student at first. But I want to say thank you for not giving up on me and believing in me, even when I didn't believe in myself at times. So thank you, everybody. And Brittany Allen will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and also give her remarks. So would you please stand, everyone?
Graduates and audience, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated. My name is Brittany Allen, and I am a 2015 graduate of Mound Academies. That feels so great to say, finally. I never knew opportunities like this existed, and I am so grateful to have been notified of a school like this. I am turning 21 years old next month. A 21-year-old still in high school, because life happens to the best of us at the worst times. A lot of you call it adolescence and are sometimes wrong for treating it that way. It's just life, day to day. Well, life kicked me when I was down and almost knocked me out of my high school education. I could have given up, I could have accepted defeat and went through life with no material sign of an education, but giving up is so easy. 3 extra years it took me to get here, right here, and it was really hard. But there is no substitute for hard work. The future is open now in so many ways for me. I plan to go to college at St. Clair. I'm going to study mental health technology. My dream job is to be a guidance counselor at a school to help people like me. There are a few people I'd like to thank that have been my guidance in the past year. Mr. Davis and Mr. Cawthorn, for being the understanding men they are. With all that happened this year, they stood by my side instead of throwing me aside. For that, I am so grateful. To have you both as leaders of this school. Last but not very least, Dr. Kubert and Mr. Grant. They call me their daughter in school, and I feel it. I had both of them in my ears and creeping up behind me at all times to make sure I was doing my work. Now, Dr. Kubert and I built a special kind of bond, and that's who I aspire to be. Someone helping somebody like me. Things are very rocky this year, and when I couldn't lift my head up, she did it for me. If it wasn't for the mental support of Dr. Kubert, I could have been dead. And no one will ever know how appreciative I am for her and my family. Thank you so much. Dr. Moses and the Mound Academy Steel Band will now perform.
Something unique happened this year. We have, of course, the students that I've been working with at Mound Street to perform today for you in the steel band. And I want to make a special note of Mr. Eddie Davis, the assistant principal to this school. I witnessed something powerful and effective, and I think it's important to share with you. He came in and he said, I would like to play this instrument. And he allowed his students to see him stressed out, anxiety, frustration. He allowed them to see him learn. It has been such a powerful thing. I had to say something about it. It was fantastic because a lot of times in teaching, the students see the teacher at the end. They never see them through the process. And he has taught them how to learn. So what I would like to do, if you bear with me with this, is to give Mr. Davis a special round of applause for showing the students how to learn. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Moses and the Mound Street Academy Steel Band. And my sister, you did a great job. Good morning. My name is Kanya Jones, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey. My journey started off at Trotwood Madison High School, where by the grace of God, I managed to pass my freshman and sophomore year. My days at Trotwood weren't any to remember, but it taught me that life isn't all rainbows and gumdrops how I saw it to be. I was a victim of bullying, though I had a great way of covering it up. Deep down inside, I was hurting, but I could not let it show. I knew I did not want to spend the rest of my high school year there, so I left. My cousins told me about ECOT, a homeschooling program where I could work at my own pace and stay home. While at ECOT, I met my best friend, Freedom. However, Freedom did not come around until after a few months of doing well. My mom worked full-time, and my dad stayed home with my baby brother. Things were tough then. My dad was sick, and my mom was trying her best to make ends meet. I soon took on a parent role to help my mom and to take care of my dad. School was becoming less important, and Freedom became more of an interest to me. Freedom got me into a deep hole that year. But I had great people in my life like Ashley Anya, who went far and beyond to make sure I passed my science and math OGTs. I was flunking badly. I did no work at all. And just when I thought going to the ECOT office at the job center would help, I became distracted by Freedom again. Freedom introduced me to two friends who also did nothing. I never knew you could have so much fun at a place like that, but with Freedom around, the possibilities were endless. It didn't take long for me to eventually drop out altogether. I was 18. I had no goals or cares about finishing school. Later that year of 2013, I lost my father, and a piece of me left with him. I was so stuck, and I didn't really want to do anything. Coming into the new year was hard, but I knew God had a plan for me. I soon stumbled upon Mound Street, and although the death of my dad was still fresh, I could no longer use that as an excuse to give up. I was scared at first. I didn't know how many credits I had, and with being 19, I knew my options were slim. Starting at Mound Street was shaky. The only one I knew was Freedom, and he couldn't even make it past our security. So I had no choice but to work hard. But that wasn't difficult with all the great teachers Mound Street had to offer. I have always heard teachers say how much they care, but I never saw them show it like the ones here. They never allowed me to give up. Failure soon fled from me. They worked with me even when I threatened to quit. They offered more than just diplomas. Mr. Mack had the hookups with the jobs, and Ms. Taj always had open ears to whatever I had to say. She helped me realize that grief was normal, but not to let it define me. She even helped me honor my father by helping me create Lost and Found. Lost and Found is a club for young teens who lost someone special and need someone to talk to who understands. I wanted to create a community of shoulders to cry on. I can't forget Ms. Bain and Mr. Grant. They kept me on track and wouldn't allow anything less than success from me. Even the teachers I didn't have still encouraged me to keep moving forward. I met lifelong friends and made memories I will forever keep. I thank God I stumbled upon Mound Street Academies. Without everyone there, I wouldn't have thought about college. With the help of Mr. Britt, I'm starting a new journey at Sinclair Community College to study early childhood education. My dream is to be a first grade teacher, and they helped make that possible. Thank you, Mound Street, and my family and friends for believing in me and never giving up. And most important, my right hand, my mom. Thank you for always being there for me, even when I wanted to quit, and taking me wherever I needed to go. Can you please stand up, Mom? I know my dad would be so proud of me and so proud of you for sticking with us and working with us, even though I know we're hard to manage. You are strong and I love you so much, even though I don't show it enough. You mean the world to me, and I thank you. I will make my daddy proud and set up a future for me and my future children and myself. Nothing is impossible. You just have to believe in yourself. Never let the doubters bring you down. Thank you. And now Mr. Couts, our superintendent, will give his remarks.
Wow. Whatever I have to say pales in comparison to those three stories that we just heard this morning. And that's what it's all about, and that's why Mound Street exists. Good morning. LaShawna, Brittany, and Kanya, will you please stand? We appreciate your courage representing your graduating class today. Thank you for stepping forward with your inspiring words. We are also very fortunate to have a Mound Street Academy steel drum band, bringing our now traditional, soothing, unique, and global sound. You guys can have a seat now. Members of the steel drum band include Director Leonard Moses, Student Director Ike Henry, and Central State guest performer Marcus Cash, all from the music department at Central State University, my alma mater. Thank you, Leonard and Ike, for your leadership again this year with the steel drum band. We genuinely appreciate your dedication and work with our students. Current Mound Street student members of the band include Kane Hoskins, Joshua Maynard, and Marva Jones. Please join me again in thanking them again. On stage also with me this morning are members of our governing board. Please stand as I introduce you, Mr. William Gillespie, Mr. John E. Moore Sr., and Dr. Gary Leroy. Other board members unable to join us this morning include Carla Garrett Harshaw, Julie Liz Katz, Kathy Ponence, and retired Colonel David Milam, who sadly passed away this past fall. I would also like to recognize MSA's founding superintendent, Susan K. Garrettson, and also my mentor here this morning. Our administrative team up here on stage with me also today is Principal Ron Cothran, please stand. Academic Coach, Curriculum Director George R. Herbanik II. And you saw him in the cameo appearance in the steel band, newly added this year, Assistant Principal Mr. Eddie M. Davis. Also on stage with us this morning is Mr. Michael Britt, our Family and Community Liaison. Mound Street Academies would not thrive without the help, assistance, vision, and guidance of the Out of School Youth Advisory Board, Sinclair Community College's Fast Forward Center, and our sponsor, the Montgomery County Educational Service Center. We sincerely appreciate these essential partnerships. I would like to thank Michael Carter, Michelle Littlejohn, Amy Wiedemann, Tim Baird, and Frank DePalma. We could not survive without them. Thank you all for your support this year. I'd like to give a special thanks to Juliet Drain and Kathy Reagan, who also work at the Fast Forward Center. Many of our students know them personally because they came there first to be referred to Mound Street Academies. And of course, if you know of any other students in the ages of 16 to 21 that still need a high school diploma, please have them call 512-FAST and they can be up here on stage with us next year. Our academies also each have business advisory committees whose members advise us with curriculum, job attainment, and community involvement. Community members also help Mound Street Academy students by tutoring, employing, and mentoring them. Several of those committee members, employers, partners, and volunteers are with us this morning. I would like to thank the Muse Machine, Reach Out Montgomery County, and Creative Images for their work with us this year. I would like to especially thank Bishop Mark McGuire, math tutor Dave Guthridge, Josh Johnson, Miracle Mitchell, U.S. Army Sergeant Joel Huff, and our local world-renowned artist, Bing Davis, for their dedication and loyalty to our students. We thank you for your support and service this school year as well. And I think you heard it in the three speeches, and I'm going to have our teachers please stand in unison and be recognized. Our teachers are Lisa Bain, John Coffey, Carrie Couvert, Ralph Grant, Jim Grimsley, Cynthia Jackson, Carol Lynn, Jim Melko, Aaron Messer, Jessica Meyer, Liz Rash, and Jeffrey Shell. These are the ones who support our students, guide them through difficult circumstances, and still manage to challenge and direct them on a steady course to academic and career success. I believe our students will agree, as you heard in the three speeches this morning, that we have the best secondary teachers in the Dayton area. Please join me in thanking our teachers again for going above and beyond the call of duty for our students. We are especially proud of our enrichment program. Our enrichment program components provide mathematics and reading tutoring, instructional support, family literacy, sports activities, just fun stuff, life stuff, artistic stuff, parenting skills, and performing arts. All of these activities are an essential part of helping our students attain graduation. It's not about just apex. It's about other things as well, as we want to create well-rounded individuals, and it takes more than just those lessons. To that end, would Coordinator Kate Flynn please stand? We thank you, Kate, for a decade of excellence and service to Mound Street Academies. Thank you. Will our Mound Street Academy support staff please stand as I name you off? Kim Andrews, Jen Hemstra, Todd Washam, Clayton Harrington, Mac Bottorff, Deb Dines, Jody Burns, Lisa Hale, Jackie Colbert, Elizabeth Porter, Taja Sturtmeyer, Shirley Hypley, David Agee, Bon Howery, Michelle Cummings, Scott West, Kate McDermott, Zaleen Minich, Kay Dietz, Caitlin Lang, and of course, Mr. Hyman's fine dining, Mr. Stacy, have all worked diligently to ensure the success of our program. We appreciate your help this year in making Mound Street a safe, inviting school, as well as providing services that extend well beyond the classroom. Board members, soon-to-be graduates, parents and other family members, friends and special guests, the real reason we gather here this morning is to recognize our graduates. Our Mound Street Academy students have much to be proud of today, and as you heard in their student remarks, the path they have traveled to get to this point has not been an easy one. Class of 2015, I am overwhelmed by each and every one of your personal stories. As always, they are stories of redemption. They are stories of second and third and fourth and fifth chances, whatever it takes to get to the finish line. At the end of the day, it's about getting that high school diploma and going into life as an adult. That you did. To reach this day, however, you have been engaged in finding and holding a job, volunteering in our community, receiving career training, completing both computer-based and teacher-led academic lessons. And of course, you have endured waiting in lines to turn in cell phones. And as we talked about, freedom wasn't able to get through the metal detector. You've been hounded to adhere to a uniform policy. You've received calls and text homes each time you didn't show up for school. And there was more than just rules for just making you do something. Is to teach you self-discipline and respect. And I think that out of these 22 graduates, that's been a job well done by the staff and support staff at Mound Street Academies. To give you an idea of what our class of 2015 has accomplished over their careers, this class has earned 216 total academic credits. In addition to completing their academics, our students learned workplace skills through our career-based intervention program. Our 2015 graduates worked 11,756 hours, earning just shy of $100,600. To contribute to the economic vitality of the Miami Valley, we would like to give special thanks to GZK Inc., who operates most of the Dayton area Arby's, if not all of them, Sears, Menards, and HMS Hosts, for allowing our students into your workplace to get that valuable experience. Another special recognition goes, and you heard it in Kanya's speech about Mr. Mack having the hookup with jobs, Mac Bottorff, who connected 130 jobs to our students, their family members, previous graduates, former students, and other community members. Thank you, Mr. Mack. While they were completing credits for their high school diploma and working, they also attended Sinclair Community College, taking courses mainly in allied health this year. Our students have college transcripts started and have earned or made progress toward job credentials as they transition to work, post-secondary education, places like Sinclair, Wright State, and Central State. In addition to earning credits, working, attaining job skills, and attending college classes, our students also gave back to the community. Our graduates have volunteered over 1,500 hours of their personal time in the local community and to agencies such as Building Bridges, Dayton Central, Hopeland Church, Centric Solutions, K-12 Art Gallery, Potter's House Ministries, the Shepherd's Grill, Whitmore Apartments, and our own Mound Street Academies. Special mention again, and I do say again, and maybe it goes without saying, on collecting more pounds of canned goods per student than any other area high school for holiday aid this year for the 10th year in a row at 7.3 pounds per student. Special thanks to Family Community Liaison Michael Britt and current student and soon-to-be graduate Francesca Camilli. In fact, that's a traveling trophy, and they ran out of places to put school names on there. There were only 20 that they could put on there, and we were holding on to that for last year. And when they came to give us the new trophy, they just said, keep that one, because your name is on there more than any other school. There are only other 2 schools were on it. Centerville was on there 8 times, Oakwood 3 times, Mound Street Academies on there 9. That's about right. This graduating class of 2015 earned over $44,000 in scholarships. Students received those certificates at our annual celebration brunch yesterday morning. Will the following students please stand and remain standing as I call your name? Audience, please hold your applause until all the scholarships are announced. We'll have them all stand and then we'll give them some love from there. Of the $500 MSA scholarships, the Susan K. Garrettson Scholarship recipient was Jerron Bird. The John E. Moore Senior Scholarship was also Jerron and Kanya Jones. For the Ruth P. and Frederick C. Smith Scholarship, that $500 scholarship goes to Justin Waller. Dayton Montgomery Scholarships, a $250 scholarship with a Sinclair $250 match, totaling that $500. Brittany Allen, Jerron Bird, and Justin Waller. Now, the $3,000 ones, these are the Taylor Endowment Scholarship Awards. These are basically full rides for 2 years for these students: Destiny Brooks, Jerron Bird, Robert Cunningham, Edsel Sanchez, and Justin Waller. And finally, another $3,000 scholarship, the Virginia McNeil Memorial Trustee Scholarship, also goes to Miss Kanya Jones. Now let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, thank you. Also, our Mound Street Academy's governing board set aside funds to award students in an attendance scholarship based on how many credits, how long you've been enrolled with us, and your attendance percentage. Those were also handed out yesterday. We believe to be successful at work and in life, a person must have good attendance. I think I've heard it say just showing up is, some people say 80, 90% of just getting it done is just showing up. The rest can kind of sometimes takes care of itself. So students, please stand if you earn an attendance scholarship this year. Let's give them a round of applause as well. Okay, on to my 2 bits of advice that I like to give, as I don't have that opportunity as a classroom teacher to talk with students as much as I would like. But as I send you on into the adult world, students, as I said to you yesterday at our senior brunch, you are ready for this next step in your lives. I believe in you, everyone at MSA believes in you, and your innermost circle believes in you. The toughest person oftentimes to get to believe in you is yourself. I have that problem myself at times, especially when you're starting out It will be important for you to portray true self-confidence even when you may be feeling insecure inside. Kind of like I just did when I walked to the mic here. I'm lathered up now, it's easier. But when you first get there, you got to fake it a little bit. Then you get going. You will most likely discover that you are actually really good at what you do. This in turn will help you feel much more self-confident in the future. I believe this is often referred to as faking it until you make it, and sometimes this is the only way to break through barriers, especially those ones we've created for ourselves. Don't be afraid to go big, take risks. There will be times in life where you must take a leap of faith, and you're about to do one now as you head into the next chapter of your lives. Another bit of advice I would have for you is to remain true to yourself. Now, this doesn't just mean it's just me doing me, like Manny being Manny, and just making an excuse for how I'm acting. What I'm talking about here is finding your passion, finding your love. Career-wise, do what you like and like what you do. As you already know, it's going to take effort and hard work for you to be successful at anything that you do. And while you may have to break a sweat and you may be tired at the end of the day, if you're passionate about what you do, it will never be miserable in the process. But rather you will be fulfilled and motivated and rewarded to continue on. Also, don't be afraid, and I think we heard this in the speeches too from the three young ladies. Don't be afraid of the things in life that have gone wrong. Just because things have gone wrong doesn't mean you have to go with them. Try not to spend too much time dwelling on your pain, as it will only hold you back from new opportunities for joy. It has been said that we only learn when we lose. And believe me, none of us in life are undefeated. So use those setbacks, failures, missteps as springboards for future successes. Learn to forgive yourself and others. Do your best not to repeat those errors, correct them as much as possible, and move forward. Life's too short to continue to beat yourself up and remain angry with those around you that you believe have done you wrong. Finally, and I alluded to this yesterday as well, seek mentors. We all need them throughout our lives. You are and forever will be a part of the Mound Street Academies family. Please continue to lean on us when you need to. Keep learning, keep growing, keep working to get better. Let us continue to assist you with your growth. None of us have all the right answers, but I believe together we can come up with the best ones. All right, we're almost there now. In addition to receiving a diploma today, each of our graduates will receive a personal career passport, which they have constructed. This passport holds their diploma, a letter of authenticity, certificates they have earned, and a career narrative. This passport can be used in job interviews, college entrance interviews, or any other personal interview. Graduates, I encourage you to hold on to that. I would assume you would. It's difficult and challenging and as much work as you put in to earn it. Hold on to it and utilize that career passport going forward. We will now begin awarding our diplomas. Audience, I will ask you to be respectful of each and every graduate as they receive their career passport. We really want to, this long journey has been so important. We've got family members here. We want every family member to hear the entire name. Please hold your applause and other shouts of joy until the whole class has received their diplomas. I promise I'll get a time for you to really bathe them in that applause and in that love. Mr. William Gillespie and members of the governing board, it is now my privilege to present to you the Mound Street Academy's class of 2015. As superintendent, it is my honor to certify that this class has met all of the requirements of the Ohio Department of Education for graduation from high school. Mr. Gillespie, will you please join me to accept this class of graduates?
Thank you, Mr. Couts, and I think it's altogether fitting and proper before I accept this class to recognize someone who I think Mr. Couts has overlooked. You see, any organization that does outstanding work is usually headed by an outstanding leader. And we have an outstanding leader in our midst today that you've heard from and have witnessed some of the outstanding leadership that we have experienced with his superintendency over the past few years. So I would like for everyone to take a moment, stand up, and give a round of applause to our leader, Mr. Will Couts, the superintendent of Mound Street Academy. Without him, many of the things that are happening today and have happened over the past few years would not have been possible. So on with graduates. Best of luck to each of you as you embark on your career, future service, future education, and professional training. On behalf of the Mound Street Academy's governing board, it is with great honor and pride that we accept this class of graduates for their high school diplomas. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gillespie. And you surprised me with those extra words there, though. You promised me you wasn't going off script there. Thank you, guys. Principal Ron Kaufman, will you please call your graduates to the podium? It's that time.
Graduates, please join me on the stage to receive your diplomas.
Learning Community 1. Brittany Renee Allen. Catherine Grace Bradshaw. Destiny Ann Brooks. Jerron Alexander Bird. Jared Michael Clegg. Jeremy Jermaine Coleman. Larry Donnell Dean Jr.
I was gonna forget it.
Aaron Joseph Gavin. Kanya Lene Jones. Deshaun Lee. Gary Lynn Ridley. Ariana Daishika Alize Wilson. Learning Community 2. Lashana Renee Brookshire.
Oh, you need me too? Hi.
Darius Joshua Crawl. Robert Son Cunningham. Kendall Jershawn Robinson. Edsel Irvin Sanchez. Alexandria Carol Patrice Treadwell. Justin Tyler Waller. Brittany Desiree Wilkins.
Okay, what we're going to do here, and I promised you that moment, right? This is how we're going to do it. We got one last thing to do. We got one last thing. These students, they got their diplomas, but it's not official till they turn their tassel, so we've got to do that. Okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to have them stand, not yet though, and face you before they turn their tassel. And then once they turn their tassel, what I'd like for the audience to do is cheer as loudly, shout as loudly as possible. I want each and every one of these graduates to feel like they just hit the buzzer basket and won the championship, because that's exactly what they've done. We're almost there. Keep a lid on it just yet, and then let it down. Then after they do that, we're going to start the music, and they're going to recess out of here, but I'd like for everybody that's not a graduate, not a staff member, with a cap and gown, or a gown on at least, let all of them get out of the auditorium, and then we can stand up and go from there. So graduates, please stand up and face the crowd. Graduates, turning your tassel signifies the attainment of your diploma. Please turn your tassels now. Congratulations, class of 2015. Good year, man.